Today is your lucky day. You are now in possession of Dr. Mesmo's miracle dream catcher, guaranteed to change your life.
These bodies will remain in suspended animation until all 5 dreams have been obtained.
We have to call the police. What if these people are dead?
Now that the chain of dreams has begun, you must feed your dream creature until its belly is full, or your dream may well become a nightmare.
After the script was done, we got all the actors. It took us forever to cast this film, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot of
the
people
lead
came
especially
in.
was...
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of people eager to work on the film once they read the script and they knew the type of project it was. So that was really great. But yeah, once we finally got everybody, it was kind of a dream cast that we put together. So
amazing cast. And this was us preparing for the moment in the film. The lead character has to leave his house, which he hasn't done in many, many years. And we wanted that exit to be really dramatic and beautiful. So this is us preparing for that exit shot.
And now keep in mind too that we shot a lot of this guerrilla style, so we had to kind of sneak in and out, make sure.
I remember we did all the night exteriors in the last day because we were putting up big HMIs, outside and going, okay, if we get shut down, at least it's on the last day.
Yeah. And we had a policeman, a cop in the film. And a real cop drove by and waved, and our fake cop actually waved back to make believe that he was watching us, and his gun fell out of the holster, so that was a little scary there. We almost all got thrown in jail.
This was such an important character for us, and when Ethan signed up, we were so excited because we just wanted this character to just be such a funny character, but
funny
so
guy.
mean too. You know,
that computer kicks butt.
Yeah,
too.
so this was this weird old Corolla that we found, and used that as the computer that he brings to bring up the insurance claim, because he's basically an insurance adjuster who comes to the agoraphobic's house to tell him, like, look, we're going to stop covering you because you're not taking your medications and you're not getting any better. And
yeah, we wanted the whole world to be a little off kilter too, so all the characters sort of represent, a strange world inside and a strange world outside.
And he's the first person here to actually really have the hat on. We weren't sure if, like, it
was going to fall off or it was going to explode. We didn't know what was going to happen to him.
And his head's shaking around quite a bit, and his tongue. Then that was great. The tongue hanging out.
It's like Gene Simmons.
So, you start to get, that when everyone came to the set, you start to really get into character. And the last character that we really had in the film that needed to be created was the creature. And the creature, Kane, maybe you can tell this story.
Well, it started off, we had a puppet master actually make a puppet for us, and that didn't quite play out.
And so we had this crazy idea of let's go, and I think I had watched, like, Alien or something behind the scenes, and they were saying how they had used, like, real cow intestines and real things. And I'm like, let's just go to, like, the funkiest places in town to get the weirdest seafood and cow intestines and pig guts.
And that always means a Chinese butcher. So that's where we sent our people.
Yeah, so we got all this stuff, and we literally Frankenstein sewed this thing together. And Kane, you puppeteered it.
Yeah, I had my hand in it. It reminded me of something.
Boy, I tell you, the smell was unbelievably bad.
It also showed the versatility of the crew. I mean, at this last moment, we had people assemble this thing and shop and put it all together. So it was pretty exciting to see that take place as well.
So here's one getting ready, like at a quite different size when it scares.
Jason Fields.
Yes. Now, the dream sequences, there was 2 dream sequences that we actually produced. The interesting thing was that all the other dream sequences were produced just from a draft of what these dream sequences would be about.
Yeah, really quickly, there's sort of an experimental element to the series of films that this one landed into called the Belief Untitled series. And what we did was we made a call for some artists, really internationally, to come up with a dream sequence that they wanted to film and describe it to us.
Yeah, and based on those descriptions, we've said, well, this is a great dream for this character, this is a great dream for that character, not really knowing what they would produce because this was all being done simultaneously.
Yeah, and the great thing is you get people sort of doing what they find naturally, or with just giving their minds total freedom and then having to discipline it into like a real small sort of a socket in the film.
Yeah, and so the two sequences that we did, because we knew if all the other sequences failed, we at least needed to have the two lead characters have their dream sequences done by us. So for Audrey's dream, we decided to do this sort of Alice in Wonderland with people dressed up in different costumes. And so that's what these costumes are here, trying to find the right costumes. And we ended up on a bee and a rat costume. And this is actually Greg, the executive producer at Belief, dressed up like a rat.
It was a good rat.
For Jason's dream, we wanted to have him flying because ultimately we felt flying would be the ultimate freedom. I mean, for anyone who's boxed inside of something.
This seemed like a great idea at the time. For some reason, it didn't quite fly.
Yeah, so we had seen this amazing piece of art, and we thought, wow, if we could have him flying, we could shoot this in a way that it almost looked like skyscrapers and such, and we could see him flying between these things. It would be really amazing. But that just didn't quite work out. So we went with a much more stylized version. This is us filming him, and then this is the final look that we ended up giving it. So it's a much more stylized version where he dreams that he turns into a butterfly.
I think it ended up being perfect too. I think it was a superior ending to the film.
Much more superior.
Because there was so much push to make things look like this and look like that, and suddenly we back off and the world becomes simple and beautiful. So it was nice,
and just more minimalistic, you know, and just a simple ending with him and Audrey flying off together as butterflies.
Well, I hope you enjoy this film. We're honored that you're going to take a look at it, and
definitely check it out. It's well worth the $2, and we're so happy to finally have it be available for people to download.
$2. That's it.
That's it.
Oh, there goes
Sorry.
my plans.
So please check out the film, and we'd love your feedback. Thank you so much.